in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New York Jets. The play clock's running down. Now Kaepernick. And now running right through it. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Second down, it's McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Found his target. It's Anderson. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Come on, let's go.
Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Come on, let's flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Man 38.
To throw, Kaepernick. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Ohio. Flex round. Here we go.
On first down, Kaepernick. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Come on, let's go.
First carry for Matt Forte. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
An update from Buffalo. And the Bills have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready. Blue ready. Wait.
From the gun, Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Now that looked like the Colin Kaepernick we got to know early in his career. Able to scramble and pick up a first down. We haven't seen as much of that in recent time.
Yeah, you know he's got the size to do it. Out of high school, 6'5", 170, but now 230, and we see what he can do with that frame.
And I heard people didn't want to step in as a hitter against him because he's a pretty darn good pitcher in high school, too.
92-mile-per-hour fastball in high school. Second down following the run. Second down, here's an option right. And now he'll tuck it and run. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rogers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it And he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. Now a second down throw for Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Second down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. First and 10. Here's Kaepernick. Left side complete. Safarian-Jenkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's McCoy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Anderson. A very solid gain of 27. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now McCoy. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again with McCoy. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo. And the Bills have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Easy, easy, easy. Six guard, check six guard. Flip.
First down, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Single. Ready. Blue here's the line, Third two.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Working out of the gun, Winston. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Richardson. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the 6-year man from Cal, Brian Anger, on to kick as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep an eye on that game and others as each week becoming more important here in November. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets take possession. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Kaepernick now on first down. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a do that? I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Winston now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. To throw, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Throw it long, it can be a big play. You throw it short, it could be a big play for Deshaun Jackson. Yards after catch, always a big part of his game.
Talking about speed, only Tyreek Hill was measured with a faster play last year than Deshaun Jackson, who hit 22.6 miles per hour on a touchdown versus the Cardinals in Week 13. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Jameis now on first down. He'll hit Jackson complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
To throw is Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On second down, here's Kaepernick. Being chased out left. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And he's got some space here. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the slot man goes in motion left. Slot man moves right. Play clock winding down. And the snap comes at 1. Now Kaepernick letting one go deep for a noon long. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So out come the Bucs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
Ready? Move ready. Easy. Check 26, check 26.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And he fires one incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready. White 25. Easy. Single.
Now Jameis on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go.
McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. LaShawn McCoy with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. And the lead is up to 18 now. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go now. Easy. Shoot. Flip it.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, Winston. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Back now in Tampa. Again, it's McCoy. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Anderson. Anderson loses the football. First down, Kaepernick. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Ardarius Stewart. That'll bring up second down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Come on, let's go.
This is McCoy. Pretty move by Shady. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 14. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
To throw is Kaepernick. And he's got a noon one. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They toss to McCoy running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go. What?
Kaepernick to throw on second down. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now Anderson is slow to get up, staying down after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go.
3rd and hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now Rodgers. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Another carry now for Rodgers. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, Marcus May. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action here on 1st down. Powerful running. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, Winston. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that takes us from second to third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go now. Watch 50, watch 50. Easy, easy, easy. Rush it, rush it, rush it.
Now Winston. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got Evans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jameis to throw it. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Ready. 56, 56.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sheldon Richardson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Winston. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, Marcus May. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Come on, let's go. Ohio, let's go. White 90. White 90. Ohio, Ohio. Flex round, flex round. Flex round, flex round.
Kaepernick looking to throw. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
Flex round, flex round. Flex round, flex round. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Flex round, flex round.
Now the toss is to McCoy running right. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go. 38. 38. 58, boy. 58. 58 fight.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and
picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm begging at one of my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models, this is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectre deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time.